All right, let's dive into a world you might not usually associate with cutting-edge tech. It's construction.
Yeah, construction.
And today, we're going deep on a fascinating article all about how artificial intelligence is changing how we design and build the spaces we live and work in.
You know, what's fascinating is that it's not just about robots on construction sites, right?
Right.
It's something bigger, generative AI, and it's being used in real buildings today.
Generative AI in actual buildings already. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to admit, that term still sounds a bit sci-fi to me.
It might sound futuristic, but the Slukerith Institute in Cambodia, which was designed by Zaha Hadid Architects.
Okay.
That's a great example.
Wow.
They used generative AI to help incorporate, traditional Cambodian design elements while achieving a modern look.
So they're blending the old with the new, using AI.
Exactly.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
But how does it actually work?
Well, it's not magic, but it's pretty amazing. Think of it like giving the AI a set of instructions, right?
Okay.
And goals.
Yeah.
Things like the building's purpose, the location, environmental considerations, and even aesthetic preferences, you know. And then the AI explores tons of different design options, considers all these factors that, humans might miss, and then comes up with solutions that are more efficient and sustainable.
So it's like a super-powered brainstorming partner for architects.
Exactly. Generative AI helps architects explore way more possibilities than they ever could just manually, right?
Right.
Imagine trying to figure out like window placement to get the best natural light.
Oh, yeah.
The AI can do that in seconds.
Okay, so it's not replacing architects, but giving them this incredible tool to push the boundaries of what's possible in design.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But I'm curious, like, what kinds of algorithms and machine learning are we talking about here? It sounds a little bit like a black box, honestly.
Well, it's definitely complex, but we can break it down. Algorithms are basically sets of instructions that tell the AI how to make decisions.
Got it.
They analyze huge amounts of data about buildings, materials, energy efficiency, all sorts of things to find patterns and relationships that humans might miss.
So it's like the AI is learning from this huge library of architectural knowledge and using that knowledge to come up with these innovative solutions.
Precisely. And then machine learning takes that even further, right?
Yep.
The AI isn't just following, set instructions.
Right.
It's actually learning and improving from the data it sees. So the more data it analyzes, the better it gets at generating creative and optimized designs.
That's incredible. It sounds like this technology could completely revolutionize the whole industry.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's some downsides too, right?
Oh, absolutely. It can't all be sunshine and roses.
Yeah, of course not.
One of the biggest challenges is we need massive data sets to train this AI effectively. Imagine trying to teach someone how to bake a cake, but you only have one recipe.
Yeah.
They won't be very versatile, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
AI needs that diverse data to generate designs that are truly innovative and adaptable.
So speaking of practical concerns, what about the risk of the AI creating these designs that look amazing on paper, but are actually a nightmare to build in the real world?
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
Right.
It's like, designing this stunning dress without thinking about the fabric.
Yeah.
It might look great in a sketch, but fall apart when you try to make it. Similarly, the AI has to consider, real-world constraints like materials, building codes, the skills of the construction team.
Yeah, all the practical stuff.
Exactly.
So it's about finding that balance between pushing the limits of design and making sure it's actually buildable.
Exactly.
It sounds like the collaboration between architects and AI is crucial here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Architects bring their expertise and creativity, their understanding of how people will use the space. And the AI provides the computational power and data-driven insights.
So it's a true partnership.
Yeah, it is.
And it has the potential to unlock these incredible designs.
Absolutely.
So we talked about the benefits for architects.
Right.
But I'm curious about how this impacts the end users, the people who actually live and work in these spaces.
Yeah.
How does generative AI actually benefit them?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. So generative AI can optimize buildings for energy efficiency.
Okay.
And that means lower utility bills for the people who live there.
Okay. Lower bills I'm always interested in.
Right. What else can it do? Well,
yeah, what else?
It can improve natural light, ventilation,
create
spaces that are healthier and more comfortable. So imagine walking into an office bathed in natural light,
Yeah.
filled with fresh air. Don't you think you'd be more productive and energized?
Oh, my stress levels are going down already just thinking about that. It sounds like AI is all about designing not just efficient spaces, but spaces that improve well-being too.
Precisely. And that's what's so exciting about this technology.
Yeah.
It's moving beyond just designing buildings to designing experiences.
Oh, wow.
Spaces that adapt to our needs, our preferences,
Okay.
and ultimately just make our lives better.
So speaking of adapting to our needs, this is all sounding pretty futuristic. I mean, are we talking about buildings that change their layout based on our mood? Like, is that where this is headed?
Well, we might not be there yet,
Okay.
but we're definitely moving in that direction.
Okay.
Imagine buildings that adjust their lighting and ventilation automatically based on how many people are there or the weather outside,
That's right.
or spaces that can learn what you like
Yeah.
and personalize your experience,
Wow.
whether it's adjusting the temperature in your office or choosing the right lighting for you.
That's pretty mind-blowing. The possibilities seem endless.
They really do.
But even with all these benefits, I can't help but wonder about unintended consequences.
That's a crucial point, you know. Like with any powerful technology, we got to be mindful of downsides.
Of course.
For example, relying too much on AI could lead to buildings all starting to look the same.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Like anything else, too much of a good thing can be bad, right?
Exactly.
We don't want all buildings to be identical boxes, no matter how efficient they are.
Right.
So what else should we be cautious of?
Another concern is what happens to jobs, right?
Right.
As AI takes on more of the design tasks, some architects and designers might see their roles change.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it's something we need to keep in mind as this technology advances.
Absolutely.
It's important to find ways to make sure that AI is helping people,
Right.
complementing their skills, not replacing them.
Precisely. The goal is to create a future where humans and AI work together to design and build even more incredible spaces.
Well, this has been a really eye-opening deep dive. It's clear that generative AI is going to have a huge impact on construction.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to think about all the possibilities, both good and bad.
Absolutely. We're just at the beginning of this journey, and it's going to be exciting to follow.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how things evolve,
Yeah.
Because there are those challenges.
Right, of course.
But then there are also these incredible benefits.
So let's talk more about those benefits.
Okay.
We've talked about how this is a game changer for architects. But I'm really curious about the impact on the people who actually use these spaces.
Yeah.
How does generative AI translate into real, tangible benefits for them?
Okay, so let's think about it, right? Generative AI can make buildings way more energy efficient,
Okay.
which means lower utility bills for the people who live or work there.
Okay, lower bills always get my attention.
Right. And it's not just that.
What else? Yeah.
We're talking about better natural light, improved ventilation,
Okay.
creating spaces that are healthier and more comfortable. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. So picture this. You walk into your office, it's flooded with natural light.
Okay.
Fresh air circulating. Don't you think you'd feel more productive, more energized?
Oh, yeah, my stress levels are already dropping just thinking about it.
Exactly.
So it's not just about efficiency, it's about well-being.
Exactly. And that's what I find so exciting about this technology.
Yeah.
We're going beyond just designing buildings, right? We're designing experiences.
Wow.
Spaces that can adapt to our needs, our preferences.
That sounds pretty futuristic.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And ultimately make our lives better.
So speaking of adapting to our needs, this is all starting to sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Are we talking about buildings that, change their layout based on our mood?
We might not be quite there yet, but we're definitely heading in that direction.
Interesting.
Imagine, buildings that adjust their lighting and ventilation automatically based on how many people are in a room or what the weather's doing outside.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or even spaces that learn your personal preferences.
Wow.
And personalize your experience. So think about it. Adjusting the temperature in your office automatically.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Or choosing the perfect lighting for, reading in the evening.
This is pretty mind-blowing stuff. It seems like the possibilities are endless.
You really are.
But, even with all these amazing benefits, I can't help but think about the potential downsides.
Right.
The unintended consequences.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
Like with any powerful technology, we have to be aware of the potential downsides.
Of course.
For example, if we rely too much on AI, we might end up with buildings had all looked the same.
That's a really interesting thought. It's like anything else. Too much of a good thing can backfire.
Exactly.
We don't want all of our buildings to end up looking like identical boxes, no matter how efficient they might be.
Right. We want that diversity. So yeah, that's definitely something to be mindful of.
So what other potential downsides should we be thinking about?
Well, another concern is the impact on jobs.
Yeah, that's a big one.
As AI starts to take on more of those design tasks,
Right.
some architects and designers might see their roles changing or even shrinking.
And that's a valid concern and something we need to be very careful about as this technology keeps developing.
Absolutely.
We need to find ways to make sure that AI is complementing human skills, not replacing people altogether.
Exactly. The goal is to find that balance and create a future where humans and AI are working together.
Yeah, like a partnership
Exactly.
to design and build even more incredible spaces.
Absolutely.
This has been a really eye-opening discussion.
Yes.
It's so clear that generative AI is going to completely transform the construction industry.
Yeah.
And it's both exciting and a little bit daunting to think about all the possibilities, both the good and the bad.
It's true. It's true.
So where do we go from here? I mean, what does the future hold for this AI-powered construction revolution?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
And it's an exciting one, know, knowing that AI is,
predict potential problems before they become disasters.
that's a fantastic point.
Right.
AI could help us keep our cities safer and more resilient.
It's almost like giving our buildings a sixth sense.
Yeah.
That ability to, anticipate and respond to their own needs.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's what I find so fascinating about this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not just changing how we design and build.
Uh-huh.
It's changing how we live and interact with our built environment.
Well, this deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
It has been.
Generative AI in construction is clearly so much more than just robots on a job site.
It really is.
It's about creating a future where our buildings are smarter, more sustainable, and ultimately more human-centered.
And we're just at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Who knows what incredible things are coming next?
Well, that's it for our deep dive into generative AI in construction. If you want to learn more, definitely check out the full article. There's so much more to explore.
Oh, yeah. Tons of great info in there.
It's a topic we'll be keeping a close eye on as the AI revolution keeps unfolding. Until next time, keep diving deeper.